So let us take now 3 persons and 4 seats, and we will try to do the same thing. We will do both person versus seats and seat versus person. So we will go after person versus seats. So A can occupy, but suppose A is the first person, he occupies any one of the 4 seats in 4 ways. So he has 4 choices, correct? And then B is the second one. Let us assume B is the second one occupying. So he has only 3 choices because A occupies one of the seat. Then C is the next. How many choices? 2. So together you have 4 into, of course if you multiply 1 it's going to be 4 factorial, but let us not, it's 4 into 3 into 2. Now if you go from the seat, suppose I take first seat, second, third, the first seat can be occupied in how many ways? How do you know? How do you know whether the seat is occupied by some person? That's why, see, even the earlier problem when I did, that tens and units, I went the other way. I said there is a deadlock. The condition plays, you have got a suspense. Therefore, you should not always concentrate on only the working part. You should also concentrate on the not working part. Then only you will know, very well know working part. Therefore, this one is a problem if you go from seats versus sons, because you can't say the seat will be occupied by any one of the 3 interviews. The seat need not be occupied. The other 3 seats might be occupied. You understand or not? Clear? So therefore, we can't do the seats versus persons. It's a suspense. But we can do person versus seats. That means what is the general? In the last case, we are able to do that both ways, 4 persons, 4 seats. But now we are not able to do. Where is the catch then? What is the, if I say m persons and n seats, which one you will do? Person versus seats or seats versus persons? Depends on which one is smaller. Which one is smaller? Are you able to understand? Which one is smaller? Because smaller means you have an assurance. See, for example, it is the other way around. You have 4 persons and say 3 seats. Right? 4 persons and 3 seats. Only 3 persons are going to occupy the. So if you go person versus seats, so can I say that A has got 3 choices? I can't say that. Why? B, C, D may occupy. Then I am forcing that A to be one among the 3 persons to occupy. Can't do that. So therefore, this is not going to theoretically help. It's a suspense. So you need to go here. The first seat. Anyhow, we know 3 persons occupy 3 seats. So what is assured? All the 3 seats are occupied. The first seat can occupy in how many ways? 4. What are the 4 choices? Either A will sit, or B will sit, or C will sit. And the first seat could be any one of the seat which is occupied. Second, 3. Why 3? And the third seat. So 4 into 3 into 2.
Sir, we can have here first person can occupy no seats, or first seat or second seat or third seat.
Okay.
Then
Second person also no seat, 1 seat, 2 seats, 3 seats.
no, so second person will have 1 choice taken away, so he'll have 3.
First person can occupy
No seats,
Uh-huh.
or 1 seat, or first or second or third seats.
Okay.
Second person, sir,
Hmm.
he'll have 1 choice taken away, sir. Because first person will have done any of those 4, so he have any 3 choices, sir. So third person will have 2.
No, how do you know? Second person then will not have no choice, no seat. There is a possibility that ACD would be occupying. You are forcing the second person to occupy a seat. See, if A has got no seat.
No, sir. If A takes a seat, then B might also not take a seat, sir. He'll only have 3 choices, sir, in any case.
But how do you know whether A takes a seat or not?
Sir, if A does not take a seat, also he'll have 3 choices of taking a seat, sir.
No, if A takes a seat, B has how many choices?
3.
3.
3, sir.
3.
And not 2 seats.
Okay. Okay, so if A has how many choices? 4. Okay, that is no seat, or the first seat, second seat, or third seat. Okay, so A is going to take any of this.
Yes.
Okay, then B comes. So one of them is going to, okay, first seat is taking, then
No seat.
hmm.
No seat or second seat or
No seat or second seat or okay, then C. So whatever he is taking, then he is going to take the it's not an issue. So what you have said is fine. This is going to be second seat or third seat is this fellow is going to take, and then D. So suppose this is going to take the second seat. So still you get 4 into 3 into. That's because 4 minus 3 is 1. You know what I said? 4 minus 3 is 1.
So what last?
Suppose there are 5 persons and 3 seats. So you have to. So somehow you manage, but this one is always going to work, right? So 5 persons and 3 seats means then you can't say no seat 1, no seat 2 like that, right? You can't classify the no seats into 2 categories. Then be a problem. Okay, you could still theoretically work at it, but it's not going to be convenient. Here this is going to be a smooth run. It's going to be the same, right? Therefore, if you have say m persons and n seats, then you may have to see which one is smaller. Then you have to look from that. If both are equal, no problem. Then I can look from both ends. That's what we had in the first. Right.